Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How's everybody out there doing today? I did my Friday Night Magic last night, and it was a draft for Innistrad Crimson Hunt, or Crimson Hunt, Crimson Vow. But apparently they were out of Crimson Vow promo packs, so I got a Midnight Hunt promo pack. So a little bit of both. Anyway, so it was all Crimson Vow, and wanted to go over what I pulled and how I did. I didn't do terribly well. My first pack, I got Edgar Charm Groom, which obviously Vampire Lord. All other vampires get +1/+1, and when he dies, he starts producing vampires until he comes back again. So you produce 3 vampires, and then he comes back again and pumps them all up. So great card. So I decided I'd build around that. I'd go white and black vampires, except everybody else was going white and black vampires, I think, at our table. So of the 8 people, like, nobody was pulling green. One guy was pulling green. Everybody else was pulling black or white or red. So a couple of people pulling blue, going more the zombie route. So anyways, I tried to make this work, and I did get some good cards with the black and white, including the dual land, but I just couldn't get enough black and white cards, and I couldn't get enough vampires. I ended up with, like, I think 7 or 8 vampires total across 3 colors, across black, white, and red. I figured I could maybe go 3 colors, but didn't work. Anyway, I'll show you kind of my polls. I got that. This was passed to me, like, I think it was like a pick 4 or 5. So that was pretty cool. At least I got a little bit of value out of it. Geralt came by pack 2, and I was so tempted to switch over to going zombies because this guy is so strong with zombies. But the guy right across from me was new to draft, and he was actually picking his cards face up so I could see what he was pulling. And he was pulling black and blue zombies, and we were going his direction. I was going to pass it his direction if I didn't take this, so I kind of hate drafted that one. But I did think maybe I could pull off black-blue zombies or black-blue-white. You know, I was still on the fence about what I was going to do. So, and that's one of my problems with draft is I don't really commit to anything right off the bat. I just kind of see what happens and then pull from there, and that really hurts me in the long run without a specific game plan. But he would have been really powerful, but again, I didn't get any zombies to go with him because there's a couple other people pulling black-blue zombies. So I kind of hosed on that one. And then last pack, after I'd already realized that I should have gone green because nobody was going green, I would have had my pick of everything. I ended up pulling the Ava Brick Caretaker in the last pack as my rare, mythic. And I was like, is it too late? Can I go green in one pack? And no, I don't think so. So I ended up just kind of pulling it because it's a good card, and, it was a mythic. So I grabbed it. I rare drafted because I kind of at that point already knew my deck wasn't going to come out the way I wanted it to. So I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of maybe get a buck or 2 out of here. Markov Purifier I ended up getting to go with the Edgar Charm Groom. So I really wish I could have gone black and white. It would have been awesome, but so many people were pulling white because a lot of people were going black and white or blue and white. So everybody was pulling all the good white stuff, so I didn't get enough white to make a black-white deck, actually. I only got like 8 white cards or something. I think they're in this pile. I'll show you here in a minute. So here's some of the red cards I didn't use that I did pull. This one I put in the deck for a few turns, but I ended up realizing it was worthless. It just didn't do anything for me because I didn't have enough big vampires. All my vampires were little guys, so... and I kept getting this card when I didn't have any vampires because I didn't have enough vampires in the deck. This guy's awesome, except I didn't get a lot of instants and sorceries. So I didn't have a lot of non-creature spells to really make him very effective, so I didn't cast it. This one was very tempting, and I probably should have put it in the deck, but I just ended up feeling like all the other creatures were sure things, and this was kind of a, well, it might be a 1/1, it might be a 4/4, I don't know. This was just handed to me at the end. I didn't pull him. Good card, though. I mean, if you can get it Nightbound. It turns out I ended up getting Nightbound a lot, so I could have probably utilized him. There's a couple of green cards that I got past. Nobody wanted the Crushing Canopies, apparently, because nobody was wearing green. Wedding Invitation, I did pull that, thinking I might use it, and ended up not using it. Here's my white cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 truly white cards, and then a couple black and white cards. So that's why I ended up not being able to go white. I didn't get enough in white to make it worth it, although I did get a couple good flyers, which I was really looking forward to having on the board. So I really should have had a better game plan, or just, yeah, I think black, white, and red are so popular in this set that everybody's kind of pulling them. So here's what I ended up going with my actual deck. I got a Keswick Wolf Rider. This guy is unbelievably good. I mean, for 3 mana to pop out 3/2 Wolf tokens every turn, and he's got a 1/2 with Menace for a 1. This guy's really, really good, and this is a foil one that I ended up getting because obviously that meant there's 2 rares in the pack. Somebody took the other rare, and I got the foil. But this guy's really, really good in draft or sealed if you're running red and want to be kind of aggressive. And I got a Creepy Puppeteer. That guy's actually a lot of fun because he's got haste, and you can slam him down, and you got a 1/1 out there, and you attack with the 1/1, and you're actually hitting with 2 4/3s all of a sudden. It's a good little surprise card. I really like that guy. Good mechanic. Fun card to play with. Parasitic Grasp, of course. I got a full one of those passed to me. Great removal card. The cleave cost is a bit much, but I mean, you're getting the 3 life as well as doing the 3 damage to any creature, so that one came in handy a lot. Every time I grabbed it, I used it. Great card. Blood Tithe Harvester, one of the reasons I decided to go black and red, because I did get enough black and red cards to build a deck with. And he does create a blood token, and you can sack him to take out a larger creature if you got a bunch of blood tokens, or a small creature that's causing you problems if you don't have many blood tokens out. But he's a 3/2 for 2, so good value, and you get the blood token. So Wedding Security would be a beast in this deck, and I was kind of hoping on him being my closer, but I was never able to get it out, not one time, because the 2 black pips and 3 seemed like I kept getting color locked. So I didn't have as many black cards as red cards, so I kind of shifted a little bit more mountains than swamps. The first game I had even more mountains than swamps. I think I went like 9 and 6 in the first game, and I didn't get any swamps at all. So I ended up switching out one of the mountains for a swamp to get a little bit more. But I don't have very many black cards, so the fact that it was 2 black pips. Same thing with the Parasitic Grasp. I was having trouble getting the cleave cost, but I was able to get the 1 black. But I was having trouble getting 2 blacks out in time to cast these. The one time I had it in my hand, and I had plenty of mana, but I'd only have 1 swamp, and I ended up finally getting desperate because I was about to lose the game, and I used a blood token and discarded it to draw a card, and then I drew the other swamp that I could have cast him with. I was like, oh man, if I had just waited till the next turn, I could have cast it. Great card. If you don't know what it does, whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, put a permanent +1/+1 counter and draw a card. And it's already a 4/4, so that one can get pretty out of control in the right build, but I just didn't have enough support for it, and I was having mana troubles. Ballista Watcher, I got it out once, but I wasn't able to do the damage at all, and I didn't get it to Nightbound at all. It's pretty viable target for the opponent to kill. Rending Flame, great card in this set for sealed or draft. If you're running red, definitely get that, because most of the time I was hitting spirits, so I was getting the 5 damage to the creature plus 2 damage for 3 mana. That's really good value. Alluring Suitor, I did this one. This is the one I swapped out for the other card there, the +1 on all your creatures. So I didn't get to play with this one at all. I didn't get it on the board once, so I'm not really sure how well it works. Looks like a pretty good ability, though, that it gives you, when it transforms, it gives you the 2 mana to pump it up to a 4/3, so, and another creature. You get a +1 on another creature as well. Runebound Wolf, I got out a couple times, but he was killed pretty quick. Didn't really do a whole lot for me. I had a lot of werewolves and stuff, but it seemed like I'd usually only have one other when he was out there. Fearful Villager, he was the MVP of the deck. I got 3 of them. This guy I had really good luck with at the pre-release tournament. I had like 2 of him in my deck at the pre-release. Menace 2/3, and then when it's Nightbound, it's a Menace 4/3. So this guy's really, really powerful because of the menace. Because with draft and sealed, your opponent usually doesn't have a ton of creatures out. Even when I was playing people that had a bunch of creatures out, I'd usually have at least 2 of these out. So one time I even had all 3 out at once, and he even had like 7 creatures out, and I still ended up winning the game just because I was able to make it nightbound to where there were 4 3s, and all his creatures were smaller, like 2/2s, zombies and stuff. So he was one of the black blue zombie players. So that guy's just a total MVP in sealed. Great card. If you're running draft or sealed and you're running red, the funny thing is I passed on all 3 of them, and I grabbed removal spells or something else that I thought was better in the first pick, and they all came back to me because nobody was grabbing them because everybody was underestimating this card. Desperate Farmer, great little bang for the buck. He's 3 mana for a 2/2 with lifelink, which is not that great, but whenever another creature you control dies, you get to transform him, and then he's a 4/3 lifelink. And in draft and sealed, you're usually losing a lot of creatures, so he worked out really well. Daybreak Combatants is one of the cards that I picked in my top 15 favorite commons from this set, and it actually did live up to the hype that I created for it, because I was able to use him quite a few times. I got him out and was able to pump up another creature and really get a lot of damage through with him. So, and the haste ability just really good. There was a couple times I didn't even attack with him, even though he had haste, because he was only a 2/2. But I had a flyer that could get over the opponent's creatures, and I would put the +2 on the flyer and go over for some extra damage. So he helped me win a couple games for sure. A Braid, what can you say about a Braid? That's another one that was an honorable mention because it was a reprint. But yeah, 3 damage to any target, or you could destroy a target artifact. Great card. That one helped me out a lot. Undying Malice, I never once got in my hand. So, it's a great card. That was another one in my top 15 commons from this set, but I never got it in my hand, so I didn't get to use it once. Gluttonous Guest, this one I kept getting in every opening hand, it seemed like. The creating the blood token came in really handy, and the gaining a life from using the blood tokens came in handy. But I didn't have enough built around the blood tokens to make it really terribly effective. But it is a 1/4, good little blocker. It's basically a wall. You're not going to do much attacking with it. I think I attacked with it a couple times and got a point of damage in, or just used it to suck up one of the blockers for one of my other creatures to get through. So the 4 toughness is pretty good, but 3 mana, great to blood token. It's okay in the build around it. I almost didn't put it in the deck. I just didn't have a lot of black cards, so I just went with what I had. Courier Bats, I got 2 of those. Flying is, I can't say it enough, flying is so important in draft. Flying is huge. So these guys won me quite a few games because most opponents didn't have flyers, or if they did, I had enough removal to get rid of them. So these guys were getting through pretty much unblocked all the time. Lightning Wolf, I got him out a couple times. He was just a good 4/3, but I didn't seemed like he was dying pretty quick because he was a bigger creature. He was a big target, so, but he still died to removal. So I got 2 of the Voldaren Epicures. These guys, another one of the top 15 common cards I told you about. I love this guy so much. Bang for the buck. For 1 mana, you get a 1/1 creature, and it deals 1 damage to the opponent, and you create a blood token. So much value out of these guys. These guys helped out in every single game. I was getting them out pretty much every game. Some games I had both of them out, and they were really just doing great jobs. There's so much bang for the buck. For 1 red mana, you can't beat them in this set. Flame Blessed Bolt, great little removal that was exiling creatures. This is the best way to get rid of those disturbed creatures, so they couldn't come back and get you later on. So this one really helped out. I was kind of trying to save it just for the disturbed creatures and hit those with it to exile them. So this card, you can't say enough about Bleed Dry. I didn't get to cast it once, though, because the 2 black pips, and I was having trouble getting the black mana. So I never got to use it, or I might have used it once. I think I did use it once. Somebody was nice enough to bend the hell out of the corner before they sent it to me, so that was nice. People, when you're drafting, remember some people care about the quality of the cards and the condition of the cards, and we're going to sleeve them and take care of them, so don't ruin the cards. That's rude. All right, Hungry Rich Wolf is the other card I got. This guy actually came in handy a little bit 2-drop 2/2 that if you have another wolf or werewolf in play, it gets +1 in trample. I did a little bit of damage with him, so he was helpful, but he ended up being a target, you know. There's a lot of removal in this set, so, or at least in our draft, everybody, there's a good amount of removal in the packs, so a lot of people got removal spells, and so there's a lot of creatures dying. So anyways, that's the deck. I ended up winning 2-0 in the first round. Second round was a draw. We each won 1 game and then ran out of time. The third round, I got mana locked really bad in the first turn. The first game, I literally only drew 2 lands the entire game. The 2 lands that were in my opening hand were the only 2 lands. I had 1 mountain, 1 swamp the entire game. That was it. So I ended up losing that game just because I couldn't cast anything, because most of the deck is 3 drops and bigger. And yeah, so I ended up losing that one pretty bad, just due to mana lock. I could have won the game if I'd have had mana, because I had plenty of good weapons in my hand, and he wasn't really doing a whole lot. I could have definitely gotten the upper hand if I had more mana, but I lost the first game, won the second game fairly easily, but then I lost the third game. So I ended up coming in 5th, which is why I just got the 1 promo pack. I didn't get any gold promo packs, foil packs, or anything else. So here we go. Let's break in here and see what we get. See if there's anything good. Where's the okay, codes on the bottom side. All right, here we go. What do we get? Oh, a Curse of Silence promo. Nice. That's a really, really good card. You know, for white, it slows down your opponent. 1 drop, you can do it on the first turn. Name Omnath, because that's probably what you're going to be playing if you're in Modern. So, name the card that you want to slow down for them playing. They got to pay 2 more to cast it. And then when they do cast it, for the 2 extra, you get to draw a card. So, at least get something out of it. Consider. Great little, basically a scry card, or surveil card, and then get to draw a card. In the new set. Gorgeous looking. I like that artwork on it. And Goldspan Dragon. Nice. One of the best mythics from Kaldheim. There we go. Flying Haste Dragon. And whenever it becomes the target of a, or attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Great card from Kaldheim. So there we go. So the promo pack was actually pretty good. So I think we got our money back for the draft. So that's good, because we got a couple of good rares and mythics and some really good promo cards. So there you go. Let me know how you did at your Friday Night Magic and how it went and what you drafted, and what do you think's the best draft strategy for this set in your opinion. Thank you guys so much. Check out the description below. There's a lot of good links down there. Save you money, get your cash back on all your purchases. My Patreon's down there if you want to help support the channel. It's truly appreciated. And my email's down there if you want to talk to me about buying singles or sponsoring a video opening. I do still have another box of Crimson Vow for sponsored opening if somebody wants to do it, and a whole bunch of other boxes. And I do have my actual address down there. If you want to send me something open on camera, send me something for a cool video. And there's a ton of Amazon links with really good prices on stuff right now, including Modern Horizons 2, Innistrads, and Jumpstart for like 92 bucks a box still. And like Kaldheim set boxes, I think, are like 85 bucks a box. So great deals. Check out the description below. It's all down there. If you use those links, it really helps out the channel. So it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for your time, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.